Hello everyone, welcome to Ian's Bricks, and as you can see behind me I've got some Brickhead sets, and these are all Brickhead sets that have been released at the start of 2025. There are 5 different sets that I've built. There have been more sets released, but these are the 5 that I've built. The reason I wanted to build these because they looked really good, and I have to say I haven't been disappointed. I'm actually really impressed with just the look of the sets, the feel of the sets. The build is always quite similar with these Brickhead sets, but I'm just very impressed overall with the quality of the Brickhead sets that LEGO have been producing so far in 2025. So long may it continue. As I say, I've only bought 5 of the new sets from this year. These are the 5 of them here. There are 2 Transformers ones and 3 based basically on cartoons, and I really enjoyed building all of them. Obviously they don't take particularly long to build. The smaller sets, the 2 at the top here, they were £9.99 here in the UK. I think they're £9.99 as well in euros and US dollars. And then we've got the Tom and Jerry set. I think that was a little bit more expensive at £13.49, and then the 2 Transformers sets which were £17.99, which I did wonder whether they'd be £17.99 or £13.49. They were a bit more expensive, but I have to say really wasn't disappointed at all. I think they're definitely worth the money, and I'll show you why. So I'm going to give you a brief overview of the Brickheads, what I liked about them and my favourite parts of them. So let's get into it. First set we have then is 40797. This is Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. Obviously it's just a single figure with this one. You get the instruction booklet there, and the actual build itself I think looks really cute. I think there's a lot of things going for this. We have the very sad looking face, which is really just achieved by those sort of curved pieces there at the front. We have the sort of the mouthpiece there, but what's quite nice is that Eeyore is sort of sat down. You've got the little feet at the front, and these side legs here, they do actually splay out, so you can sort of put it in a really it looks so sad as well. I think it's really quite nice about Eeyore. On the back as well we have this lovely little tail piece here, and I did like how this sort of this hair piece, the mane, went together. I thought that was very clever indeed. Yeah, I think this is a very nice set. I think there hopefully will be more Winnie the Pooh sets as we go along, and this is definitely one that has been very popular from what I can tell since it's been released. Next we have 40792, and that is Dumbo. This is really a fantastic build. You obviously get the instruction booklet again. Interestingly, it's got a shiny instruction booklet on this one as opposed to the other ones, which all seem to be quite matte, but it's just the overall look of this. I think it's great. The ears are brilliant. Obviously they're just sort of built here. They can see how they look on the back as well. We've even got a little tail there. We've got the sort of circus thing around its sort of neck, the little ruffle around its neck. Even its trunk is just very cute, and the hat as well. Again, this is a very popular. You can move those ears, they can go back and forth like that. I think it looks fantastic, and again for $9.99 I think this is a very nice build. I think if you don't have this, do get it because it just looks so amazing. And I think the piece count as well, 176 pieces for an individual Brickhead is pretty good. I know a lot of the pieces are quite small, but this is good. No printed pieces on this one. Obviously you don't get any stickers with Brickheads, but no printed pieces on this. We do have the, like Eeyore though, we have the legs that sort of splay out at the back, which I think makes it look extra cute as well. So this is probably my favourite individual Brickheads, so where you just get one in the pack of most of the Brickheads I've ever built. It just looks absolutely brilliant once it's finished. Anyway, so that's Dumbo. On to the next set. And we have this set here, 40793, and this is Tom and Jerry. Now, if you're like me, you probably grew up in watching cartoons, and Tom and Jerry was obviously a staple of most cartoons. Maybe hasn't aged particularly well because there's a lot of violence in these cartoons, but I think as Brickhead builds, these are very good. Again, I really enjoyed building these. I think these came out at the start of the year in January. If we look at Tom the cat, we've got this sort of weird tail on the back. I think it's the only thing that lets it down. The tail tail just looks a little bit odd in my opinion, but the rest of it looks very, very good. There is actually a piece missing on this one. When I built this, there was a 2x1 white tile there. You can see its nose is fitted out. It should be one stood out, and that was actually missing. There was another piece in that set, and it's the only time I've ever had a wrong piece in a Lego set, but never mind. I'm sure I can find the right piece from somewhere. You can see on the front of the box how his nose just stands out a little bit further than mine, so that's why it looks a little bit off maybe. But that aside, I think Tom looks great. I love the hammer in his hand. I think that looks fantastic. Obviously they used to go around bashing each other up. And then you've got Jerry the mouse, which is obviously a much smaller build. Again, you've got this sort of firework or whatever it is here, a piece of TNT perhaps, and I love how they use these bowl pieces as ears. I think that looks fantastic. The mouth looks great. You've got little cheeks at the side, little hands there, and again you have a tail at the back there, which is a slightly different colour. But I think as a double pack, as a smaller double pack with a larger and a smaller one, I think again this is a very, very nice looking set, and one that's definitely worth getting. I think it looks very, very good, and for me it's instantly recognisable as Tom and Jerry. You do get separate books as well, one for Tom, one for Jerry, so it's nice to, you know, if you're two of you building this, one of you could build one and one could build the other. Next from Transformers is the Bumblebee and Bumblebee car. So this is a double pack. Now what's interesting about this is basically the same character, one of the Bumblebee and one of what he looks like when he transforms into a car. This Transformer set, I have to say, I did quite enjoy building this one. Again, you get 2 instruction booklets, one for each build. The Bumblebee, obviously all of these Brickheadz, by the way, come with a little stand, so they do come off quite easily. I didn't show you that earlier, but I think the Bumblebee looks really, really good. You've got the feet at the bottom, you've got extra little bits here, you've got the black and the yellow to make him look like a bee. Some really, really nice printed pieces in this set as well. You have this piece here on the front, which seems to have sort of red and gold on it as well, printed. You've obviously got the eyes there, printed piece there as well, and we have obviously the blue windscreen pieces showing at the bottom there. That's what it looks like at the back. You have this sort of flat Bumblebee tail here, but I just think that looks really, really good. The little antennae at the top look pretty good as well, but I think the better of the two builds for me is the car. I don't think the car is perfect. I think it could have been better. It looks a little bit sort of stumpy and a little bit off. Let me just take it off its stand. What's great about this and the other Transformers is it has wheels on, and you can move it, and you can literally move it around like a little car. So I think that for me makes this brilliant. What you can't do is you can't sort of take anything off. Nothing sort of moves on there. I know a lot of people were saying, would you be able to transform it from one to the other? The answer is no. I know it's a Transformer, but I think at this scale I think it would have been impossible for Lego to do. I'm not that enamoured with this side window here, which is just a 1x3 brick. This is a lovely printed piece on the front though, and you also have another Transformers logo on there, and I think the printed pieces in these sets are very, very good. You've even got a little spoiler, little thing at the back there with the exhausts, and that's what it looks like underneath, obviously with the wheels that do go round and do move. One thing I haven't mentioned, but I've probably mentioned it in other videos, is if you didn't know, when you do a Brickhead, this is back to Dumbo here, but they always include a pink piece here in their head, which signifies their brain. Now, what was interesting, when you were building the Transformer, this is Bumblebee here, back to Bumblebee, I've obviously taken some parts off, but they also have a pink brain, but what's really, really good is it's actually a translucent pink, so it's a see-through pink, and obviously because they're machines rather than humans, and I just thought that was a really, really nice touch, and that was in both of the Brickhead sets as well. For the Transformers, both had this translucent pink piece, which I thought was genius. Back to the Bumblebee then on its own. Really nice looking set this. I think the Bumblebee itself looks very, very good. The printed pieces on this are fantastic. I think the better one slightly is the car, even though the car looks a bit weird with this side window. I don't like that. We always have got the back window there, but that printed piece at the front really makes it stand out. It looks great from the front, and the fact you can take it off its stand and wheel it around, it's got wheels on, is absolutely fantastic. So well done, Lego. That was a really nice little build there. On to the last one. And the final set is Optimus Prime and the Optimus Prime truck. So similar to Bumblebee, you get two of the Brickheadz here. The first one is the actual sort of robot itself. Let me just take it off its stand. I think this looks really good. Again, we have the eyes at the front. What's great about this particular set is the amount of really nice printed pieces that you get. You get two sort of windshield pieces here. You get a great piece there, that's printed. And then at the side you have this Transformers bit here. Let me just move that bit so you can see it. That is a really nice printed piece in blue on a circular tile. Show you what it looks like at the back. Fairly plain at the back, not a lot going on there. But I think this is very, very nice. And it was a nice little build as well. As the Brickheadz go together, I think it was pretty good. You've also got this printed piece on here, which is on one of those strange tiles. So some really great printed pieces on there. But for me, the best part of this whole set is this little truck here, and I don't know what I like about this. It's fairly simple. It's literally just a truck. As you can see from the back there, we've got the two exhaust pipes here, but I don't know, it's just something about this. Obviously, it's like the Bumblebee. It's on wheels and it can move, and it moves pretty well. But you have the lights on top, you've got the horns, you've got the wing mirrors. These printed pieces here for the windscreen look fantastic. You've got a couple more printed pieces there for the grills, and even on the side, you've got some of those smaller windshield pieces and these transformer ones as well. Just some really, really nice printed pieces, and I just really love how this looks. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. I think they should even do a mini version of, I mean, it doesn't really feel like a Brickhead. I think that's probably why it looks so good. It doesn't really look like a Brickhead. It could be like a little design of trucks and things, but it's still got that cartoony element with those sort of printed window pieces there. This by far is probably my favourite ever Brickhead build. I think it's really the printed pieces that make it stand out for me. I think it's absolutely brilliant, but it just looks so much like a truck. Because I know it's quite easy for Lego to do trucks, but for whatever reason, I really, really enjoy this, and it fits on the stand really nicely. You just get a simple stand there, and that will just fit on there, he says, fairly easily. And both of those look really, really nice together. Obviously, you get separate instructions for both parts there, which is always quite nice. So I think if I had to choose any of the Brickheads, you can see pretty much them all behind me there. Let me just move the camera up so you can see them a little bit better. I think the Optimus Prime one has got my vote as the best. But none of these were disappointing at all. I think all of them were very, very nice little builds. So they don't take long to build because they're only a small number of pieces, but I just think they look great, and I'm very, very impressed with how they all go together and how they look once they're finished. That's pretty much it for now. I do hope you enjoyed this overview of some of the 2025 Brickhead sets that have been released so far this year. I certainly have enjoyed building these, and hopefully as the year goes on, as the year progresses, there will be more really, really good Brickhead sets coming out, because I say I really enjoyed building these, yeah, they are all of them really are some of my favourites of all of the Brickheads that I've ever built. As I've talked about already, this is by far my favourite part of a Brickhead ever. I don't know why, there's just something about this that I really, really love, but all of the rest of them are pretty good as well. It's not I'm saying that the others are rubbish, but this one, for me, this part of it just really, really stood out. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this overview of Brickheads. Thank you very much for watching. Until the next video, take care and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.
Thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe.